We have a Yucca latch onto a manticore. Oh my god, yes! Yes! That is amazing! Look at this! Yo guys, and welcome to Valguero. Today we're going to be checking out the brand new Deinonychus, which is exclusive to this map, and a really gorgeous looking feathery raptor. Now when it comes to the Deinonychus, in order to tame them, you have to steal their eggs, just like you would wyverns and rock drakes, so you can't just tame them out in the wild. And be warned, they do appear to spawn in rather great numbers. I've seen packs of up to 10 in some cases, which does make the act of stealing an egg rather terrifying, but inevitably really cool. Now in terms of where they spawn, they typically tend to spawn in this biome the most, the White Cliffs, which is so worth exploring by the way. And they also tend to go around into the savanna and jungle biomes. Don't mind the Desert Titan, we had a bit of a exciting new map introduction, so don't worry about that. But anyways, as for their nests, now when it comes to their nests, I haven't quite figured out yet if they are random or predetermined, since unlike rock drakes and wyverns, they do not have their own little special codes, they just seem to spawn out in the open. And as we can see right here, they have a very, very cool and unique appearance. This is what you're going to be looking out for, and in some terrain, especially in a jungle biome, these camouflage really well, as do the little feathery things themselves. They do look like giant aggressive pheasants, don't they? And oh god, they're already after me. So now, like I said, they do spawn in rather big numbers, so you really want to be careful with these. Let's go ahead and, oh god, kill off all these beautiful looking things before we get the egg. Okay, now that they're out of the way, so what do we have here then? We have a level 290, obviously on an unofficial server. So yes, that is one. As confirmation, they cannot spawn above the level cap. Unlike drakes and wyverns, they will spawn at the relative level of their, the server difficulty. So we have one nest over there, and we have another nest over here. Let's just go ahead and quickly grab both, may as well. Another 270, got very lucky there. And let's move our way out. So now that they're safe away from the angry Deinonychuses and we have our two eggs, let's go ahead and quickly hatch one up and see what it looks like. Now like I said, because these are naturally a egg tame, I don't want to just go ahead and force tame one. I don't think that'd be very, not realistic per se, very, accurate. Especially since if you're going to be, egg hatching these, you're going to get an imprint. I want to check out what an imprinted one is like instead of a regular one. Now, since a Deinonychus is a egg snatching tame, just like a wyvern and a rock drake, I'd rather do it this way. That way it better reflects how they actually are and how they actually perform. So I think it's safe to say that when you steal an egg, you're probably going to be able to imprint it. And if I force tame one, that's not going to have the same stats and the same feel, is it? So I'm going to wait until these are ready to hatch. Well, that was one hell of a wait, but now that the incubation is finally done, let's go ahead and see what these amazing little things are going to look like. Right, and... oh, there they are. Oh, the colours. Wow. Hey, let me get them. So we got the 290. Yep. And we got a... can I grab it? There you go. 270. Mate, they look amazing. Look at the little thing. Oh, what the hell? Right. Yes. Creator mode. But look at them. They look amazing. Oh, they're actually so adorable. I don't really see much difference between the little ones and the adults. I don't... like, I know that a lot of the baby animals in this game tend to have, like, very squashed... squash-like proportions. These ones just look like mini versions, which honestly I'm perfectly fine with. Sometimes the mini versions or the squashed ones can look really, really odd. So this is definitely a nice, change of pace. But my god, look at it. It is absolutely adorable. And for those curious, one of my patrons has already confirmed that you can indeed get dermises of these as well. Right then. Well, thanks to the absolute magic that is admin commands, it is time to, my friend... I command thee to grow up. Oh, there we go. So that's one. And let's grab the other one. Oh, let's try that again. And of course, obviously simulating in an actual imprinting environment. Let's go ahead and cheat, set imprint quality to 1. And let's do the same again. And let's go ahead and grab ourselves 2 saddles. So I just noticed I actually get an alpha buff as well. That's terrifying, come to think of it. The fact that they actually get an alpha buff. Oh boy. Right. Are they mate boosted? They are not. I am going to go ahead and just quickly heal them up. Let's go ahead and get on you, my friend. Cheat infinite stats. And then turn it off. Good. Now, like I said, guys, of course, I'm doing all this, again, to simulate an actual, the actual experience of getting Deinonychus. Obviously, it's cheating for the sake of a video, but I hope that you can appreciate, what's actually happening here. So now we have I wrote on Deinonychus. This is my first time ever using one, and my god, the imprinted version is fast. As you can see, solid 100%, as if you would a real one. So this is the actual running speed that you can expect. Wow. And it is smooth. It is really, really smooth. One thing I'm always concerned about when it comes to new dinosaurs is whether or not they just feel like very jagged, very clunky. Nope, this is really, really good to handle, which I'm very happy about. And I'm on the wrong one. Let's grab you instead, my friend. So again, Alpha Buff. That is horrifying to know. So what are the animations? Actually, Alpha Buff is in its face. That's kind of odd. Let's quickly go ahead then. You have another level. Okay, so what is that buff then? Pack leader. Alright, fair enough then. What are your animations like then? Let's go ahead and K-camera out. Oh, look at it. It is stunning. Absolutely stunning. I gotta say, the quills are like a really nice touch as well. I would not have expected that. So that's the standard old left click. Alright, kind of standard. The right click does nothing, so it's probably going to be the grapple or the latch in some way. Ooh. It's got a pack boost. It's just like a raptor where it has an actual, you know, an alpha call. Right, you can't spam it, which is understandable. So it's probably going to be the exact same as a raptor then, where you can't just, you know, it's going to have a cooldown and everything. Alright. X doesn't do anything either. Okay then, jump. Oh, it jumps quite nicely. Oh, actually, it leaps. Let's try that again then. Oh, right, so it's like a crocodile. So you hold your spacebar, it will leap. Maybe if I aim downwards? Nope. Or if I run forward while I'm doing it? Interesting. Like I said, first impressions here. First impressions is obviously going to take like a bit of learning. Okay, so just a simple jump onto that will do its thing. What if I right click? Nope. Left click? Yep. See, let's go. Okay then. How much damage do I do here? Oof. Okay, decimated. Obviously, rates are set very high as well, so again, not very accurate there. Right, it is a little bit awkward, I will have to admit, but of course, just like the rock drakes, I mean, when the rock drakes first came out, a lot of people did not like them. They found rock drakes very, very awkward, so I imagine that this is just going to be a simple case of, you know, get a bit of practice in. Okay then, so after just a little bit of exploring and trying to figure out how this exactly works, so basically the way the Deinonychus leap works is imagine the crosshair that you get with the rock drake. When you're mid-gliding, you have the crosshair appear and you left click to like dart forward. That is the same kind of logic that the leap has for the Deinonychus. Unfortunately, crosshair does not exist. There is no crosshair, so you're not actually going to know if you can do your jump or not. That I severely hope that they change. I hope they add a crosshair in because that's going to be required. But as you can see, if I get close enough, there you go, it immediately leaps over, and if I look around, that's how it works. You just have to keep on pressing the spacebar. So again, definitely the same logic as the rock drake, just far more clunky. Again, I really hope that gets fixed, because that's going to be a huge game changer in terms of, you know, actually getting a feel for the creature. I think I might have just jumped into the wrong area. There you go, so I can't jump upwards. There we go. So we can climb somewhat. And, of course, stamina, right? Yeah, stamina is a very, very important thing. Let's just level 2k into it. Hopefully 2k is normally enough for most creatures. Right, let's try that again, then, shall we? So, let's grab onto that. It's a little bit weird. It definitely will take some practice. It will take some getting used to, but I like it. And another thing is that they seem to have either severely reduced fall damage or no fall damage whatsoever. Right, so let's see how these guys do in an actual fight. That's what I want to see. Oh good, we have regular raptors here. Okay, so let's see how does it go down then. Deinonychus versus raptor. I hope I don't get pinned. Imagine, oh. Okay, well just leapt straight up onto the wall there. Am I going to get pinned? Yep, I got pinned. Some things never change, do they? But the Deinonychus made very, very quick work out of it afterwards. Alright then. We've got another raptor over here. Let's quickly go ahead and grab that. Oh, and pinned again. Wonderful. Oh, actually, I got dismounted that time, not essentially pinned. Interesting. Now, these are meant to do a big bleed as well. I haven't quite figured out the way the bleed works. If it's just automatically applied upon doing melee attacks. Let's see here. Oh, okay. I killed it too quickly to find out. Nice. That bodes very well, doesn't it? No, I don't see any creatures actually bleeding. So maybe the national mechanic has to do with the actual, you know, pinning onto it. Right, we've got some aloes there. Can we? Oh, we can grab onto an aloe. Right, so this is good to know for anyone who, like me, has some crazy ideas with this. You can just latch onto them and chill. You don't necessarily immediately do damage, but if you spam left click, oh, you do a lot of. Oh, that bleed is nasty. I love this, man. This is the thing this is what got me into ARK in the first place, but these silly little features here and there. You gotta admit, it looks daft, just casually pinning onto an aloe, but you know what? It's amazing. I love it. This is the kind of stuff that, oh, you can pin from the ground. Good to know. It's just viciously attacked this already bright red thing. Come on, mate. Oh, that was an amazing jump. Did you guys see that one? Interesting. So the way that a latch as well works is either the creature is off and running, as long as you've initiated a latch, it will land. Or probably until, you know, you get blocked in some way. It works underwater as well. That's very, very interesting. Right, so this latch really is strong. It's like a legit homing missile. That's powerful. That's going to be brutal later on. We've got some more aloes around here. Just quickly latch onto that. That is really satisfying. And these things are crazy strong. They're just decimating. I don't know where my other one has gone, so I'm not getting a pack buff bonus anymore, but these things are powerful. And considering how much stamina that they actually use to do their attacks, they actually regenerate stamina relatively quickly, all things considered. Now here's the question. Can you latch mid-air like a rock drake? No, you cannot. Okay, so you have to be on the ground first. That makes sense. It's just, you know, it's worth trying. Can you latch upside down? That's a definite no. Oh, actually, you can't. Oh, that was beautiful. Okay, it's definitely a little bit clunky. It's a little bit awkward, but it's still really cool. Now, what's going to be another really cool thing about this, it just occurred to me, is that because it is the same size as a raptor, they're going to be able to fit into a lot of caves like raptors can. Now, I'm not sure how exactly the whole transferring rules works just yet. At least for unofficial servers, I would imagine you could transfer them fairly quickly onto other maps. So I can imagine it's no you know, boss dino like a rock drake or a wyvern. But it definitely is going to have its own niche, and just like a raptor, it's going to be really great for caving, for example. I think it's going to be really good for artifact caves. You can latch onto titans. That is absolutely a thing. I would love to know if you can latch onto other bosses. In fact, can you latch onto other bosses? Well, first of all, let's just kill this Bronto first. Because this is really, really satisfying just latching on. Especially how it works underwater as well. It's so damn cool. Right, so there's no point in wondering about what can happen. Let's go ahead and find out what will happen. We have a you can latch onto a manticore. Oh my god, yes! Yes! That is amazing! Look at this, guys! Now imagine if you had like a ton of stamina! This is amazing! That is such a game changer. Oh, and in the water. That is incredible! So you can actually latch onto bosses with this, although I can't latch on anymore, which is interesting. Probably because it's not meant to be in the water. Okay, that went... that escalated quickly. Right, now this is interesting because with this Volgaria map, you can fight a broodmother. I think a broodmother is actually out in the open, I'm not entirely sure, but you can fight dragon, manticore, and megapithecus all in the same arena. Now, while the manticore is just, you know, stuck and doing its thing... Actually, are you still stuck? Can I jump over there? Nope. Maybe? Oh, okay, well, that's kind of interesting. The markers are no longer appearing. A fish just went up in the air. Right, I think this may have bugged out a little bit, but the fact that it's possible, you know, it goes to show that it's actually intended that you're able to latch onto them. So that on its own is really, really cool. Maybe it shouldn't spawn next to the water or in a area like this. Right, now to find out, can you do it to the dragon? That's going to be another interesting one. So, dragon, let's aim upwards. And that did not work. Okay, let's try that again then, shall we? There we go. Oh, you can latch onto the dragon! Oh, that is so... And it's glitched out again into the wall. Oh god, this is a terrible camera angle. I'm actually inside the terrain. That's very, very concerning. But in an actual intended environment, that's insane! And you guys saw, I was already mid-air while it's flying off. So, like I said earlier, once you initiate the grab, it hooks on. It is not letting go. I'm very concerned about where I am now, inside of the terrain. But, can you do it? Let's just let go, shall we? Oh, can I, like, come back? Oh, what the hell? I'm inside the dragon. Great. Well, again, another good thing to know. Very buggy. At least the boss AI is buggy, but the Deinonychus itself is working like a treat. Right, so we tested dragon, we tested the manticore. It'd be rude not to test megapithecus, which you cannot jump onto. Interesting. I was told by one of my patrons that he couldn't jump onto the broodmother either. Oh, did I just? No, okay, yeah, you cannot jump onto Mechanificus, right. That is actually quite interesting, considering how you can jump onto much smaller creatures. That's interesting, how it allows you to... Oh, what are you doing? That's interesting how you can latch onto the smaller creatures like Aloes, you can latch onto the flyers, like the dragon and manticore, but you can't do it to a Mechanificus or a Broodmother. That is very, very interesting. But you know what? The fact that we can do it at all to a boss, I am not complaining about. So while we are on the topic of latching onto flyers, there's one flyer in particular I just have to test, and that is the Quetz. You can latch onto a Quetz. Oh my, and it's kind of drifting awkwardly. Hey, it's a 270, wow. That is amazing. So, I had this stupid idea of like a new solo taming strat. Now, it is draining a ton of stamina while I'm simply gripped on, but that's a 2k stamina, so if you were to level a Deinonychus straight into stamina, you can latch on without doing any damage. In fact, how much damage did that one bleed do? Nothing. And... yep. That could actually... yeah, okay, guys, new solo taming strats. There you go. Oh, and I just teleported down. Great. Right then. So before we finish things off, there's one more thing I did say I was going to try out, and that is the actual colour regions, because for people like myself who are into breeding, it's fun to see like what kind of colour regions that they have. That I have 6 in total. Let's get you into the sunlight, so got a bit of a better... let's move you a little bit closer. There you go. Now your nice red butter's all pretty. So that is one region, a big red one. This is another region. Oh wow, that is vibrant. Okay then, 2, 3. Oh, what was... let's try that again. 2, 3. I'm not seeing what that one is. Let's try a different colour then. Okay, it doesn't seem to have a second region. At least not that I can see immediately. Alright then, that's fine. Let's try a 3, 4. Haha, the wingtips. Wow. 4, 5. That's cyan. That is beautiful. And then 5, 6. Oh, I'm not seeing anything there either. Okay, so it does, as far as I can tell, as far as I can actually see, it does seem to have only 4 regions. Maybe I'm just missing it. That's very, very possible. I'm simply just missing it. According to the wiki, it does have 6, but I can't see what all 6 are. Actually, that being said, I have noticed that the red area has changed colour. So I think the regions kind of overlap slightly. It's really hard to tell. Alright then guys, I think that's pretty much everything worth looking over for the time being. I'm sure there's probably going to be a dozen other videos about this as well, so I think I've tackled enough for now. As always, I really hope that you enjoyed it. Oh god, let me know what you think about the Deinonychus. I really am. I'm just in love with the design more than anything else. It looks so majestic, kind of terrifying, but in a really, really good way. It is just... as far as the ARK models go, this is absolutely beautiful, and I'm so glad that I added it in. It is just fantastic. So yes, let me know what you think. But of course, as I said, thank you very, very much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. I hate saying it, but the engagement really does help, so I really appreciate it. And as always, I will catch you all next time. Cheers.